Here it is, Griffin. The Dark Portal. Here we are.
Hail! Hail, Phil Cola!
Every
well
time.
met.
Every damn time.
None of my other videos have continuity, except for the ones that I do with you. Because I don't know, we always do like the nerdiest shit together.
Yeah, we do. We really do. It's my fault. This is World of Warcraft, Warlords of Draenor. This is the new expansion pack, the 5th expansion pack for World of Warcraft. There's a bunch of the Iron Horde coming through this dark portal and invading Azeroth, and we need to go into the portal to stop them. I don't know what any of that means, but it seems important.
I understood portals. Like I understand the concept of what those are.
So one of the cool things with Warlords of Draenor is they are now offering, if you pre-ordered the game, the expansion pack, you were able to create an instant level 90, and even if you didn't pre-order, you can pay to create an instant level 90. So this character, this is Westinia the Paladin. Blood Elf Paladin, he is actually, I had him up around level 65 or so.
That's bizarre, because I did the exact same thing. I had a 65 mage.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you don't want to, that level 60 to 70 content is really the worst in the game now. It's the stuff they've, Burning Crusade, it's the stuff they never updated. You know, they haven't gone back and improved it, and it's faster to level through, but it's still just boring, so I got stuck there.
I think it's called like the artisan bonus or something like that you get for upgrading a character that's above level 60.
Yeah.
Is pretty great. You get basically maxed out professions, like 2 maxed out professions and maxed out first aid.
They give
which takes like such a long time and so much gold to do.
Yeah, and they give you all this, you know, fairly solid armor and weapons to start with too. Like not incredible, but not bad.
Yeah. Now, one bummer, you don't got no skills.
I don't have any skills. So if you upped your level 90 before the expansion came out, they had a quest line to let you get your skills. But if you do it now, that quest line actually exists in the Warlords of Draenor expansion. So we're gonna go do it.
That's bizarre because I did it before.
Yeah.
And yeah, it took place here in the Blasted Lands.
Let's embark on a dangerous mission. Let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Now you've played a little bit of this on your main, right?
Yes. Let's just watch this. Let's enjoy this.
Yes.
So they do a lot more cutscenes in this expansion.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
I'll skip it. We're right at the end. They do a lot more cutscenes in this expansion, and they're really pretty cool. Like they've gotten a lot better at making cutscenes in this game and at making them like really pull you in.
Not just cutscenes like that, but cutscenes that are more in game. Like anytime a major bad guy is introduced, they give them a little Chiron to make sure that you know who they are. That's an industry term, by the way, Chiron.
Yeah, this whole first zone here, is essentially a special zone they've created just to introduce the expansion. And as you go, you're going to meet each of the main bad guys, each of the warlords, the titular Warlords of Draenor, and they are going to get they get their own little like title card introducing them, and their own little like quest line that lets you know why they're a big deal.
What's your spec?
Who can even say at this point?
I could say because retribution. Okay, I figured.
That's what I'm doing. I have nothing, as you noticed.
Yeah, you ain't got no skills to hold you down.
So it's just me just swinging at this guy. All right. And all this moves pretty quickly. All the quests and everything at the start are, like I said, they've done a good job of making it like swift and making it serve as just like a really good setup.
I actually really like this zone a lot because the story of the zone, like the overarching story, is you get trapped basically on this side of the portal, and then it's just like a sort of white knuckle tale of survival. Like you are just like running from point A to point B away from this encroaching army and doing everything you can to stay alive.
Yeah. Right now we're just messing up. What we're trying to do, essentially our goal here, is to close this portal, right? Because we don't want the Iron Horde coming through and attacking our home.
Should we talk a little bit about sort of the broad strokes, what's in this expansion? I know we're going to hop over to your main and show off some of the stuff that comes later on, like the garrison, the garrison features.
Yeah, I mean, we can jump out to the map here. You can see the main expansion content. So there's now 3 worlds that you can choose from on the map. We're in Draenor. This is the first time Draenor's ever been, and it's. I don't know how much to explain of the lore for people, but like...
Yeah, Draenor was the... God, what was it? Outlands?
So, Outlands is some of Draenor, so you're going to see some of the same zones, like Nagrand in Outland is also in Draenor. But Draenor got... my understanding is it basically got, like, crushed into another planet, and that created Outland.
Okay.
So Draenor, when we went through that portal, we didn't just go to another planet, we also went to the past.
Right.
So this is Draenor 30 years ago, before the events of Warcraft 1. So the whole idea is that we're actually... it's kind of... For people who've been playing Warcraft since the beginning and who are kind of really into the lore of the series, who are into that really nerdy stuff, it's cool because
like an
it's
alt universe take on. Yeah, I mean, I barely followed the lore of it. I've been playing since Warcraft 3. I barely follow the lore of it, but it's still pretty easy to digest. It's just like the thing, the catalyst that kicked off Warcraft 1 didn't happen.
Yeah,
and that's where
that's basically it. And yeah, as far as like new stuff, the biggest thing is so you've got all these new zones on Draenor. And you also have garrisons, as you mentioned, which we will go into shortly.
Garrison Keeler is in the game. It's a new playable race. Is Garrison Keeler?
It's a really OP class, to be honest.
Super OP because he just tells you stories until you turn 96 years old and die.
Yeah.
That was a Prairie Home Companion joke. It's for old people. I'm on a lot of cough medicine right now.
Oh,
So.
I got the joke.
Also, they boosted the level cap to 100.
Yes.
I can't really tell like how long it's going to take me to get through all that.
You know what?
I played through this first zone and a little bit into the second zone and got to 91 after about maybe 2 hours of play. But I know that's not especially representative because things could grind to a halt, you know, from 95 to 100.
It honestly does not seem like it takes too terribly long.
Yeah.
Are
you gonna enter Gul'dan's prison or
where is the entrance? I always get lost at this part.
You see those 2 blue circles on the map?
Yeah.
I just don't. I mean, they're big blue circles.
Should I just jump in here?
I don't think you can.
They won't let me
Turn
jump
around.
in here.
Turn your ass around. Turn left. Oh my god.
Oh, I see it.
Do you want me to take the controller from you?
Can you? Could you?
I wish. Is there remote play on World of Warcraft?
Can they add that in the next expansion? So here's the title card stuff they're talking about.
Yeah.
But no, the leveling up process seems to be going pretty quickly. Like I'm probably gaining a level every let's say every 3 hours or so.
Yeah.
That's
I mean that
and they're
to a layman that might sound bad, but that's actually
for WoW.
that's easy,
yeah, and for an MMO in general. I mean, like, let's put it this way: on launch night, you know, the game launched last week on Thursday. On launch night, there were lots of level 100s already.
Right. Was that technically launch night though? Because only like 15 people could play, as far as I understand.
Yeah, exactly 15 people.
That's an exaggeration, but boy howdy was it goofed up.
Yeah.
Goofed up, but proper.
Yeah, it's been long queues. We wanted to record a video on Friday and actually couldn't because I was in queue for 7 hours. So that sucked. There we go. Yeah. The Dark Portal shut down. That's great.
Expansion over. I don't know.
We won!
I thought it was kind of short.
I'm level 100. We did it.
Way hey ho.
Have you been playing since the start?
Since the start? Since vanilla?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been playing since beta.
Isn't it crazy to think about? Like, that's the thing that's really hitting me with this expansion is just how long this game has been around. And like how long it's been a part of my life. That's weird.
Yeah. What was it? 2003?
2004 was when the game was released.
That's crazy. I was in high school.
So here we go, learning Hammer of Wrath, Word of Glory. Those seem important, right?
I gotta say, I kind of wish I'd waited to get those skills this way, because I actually thought that the quest chain to unlock all of your abilities in the pre-launch stuff was pretty brutal.
Like really
maybe it was
difficult?
just because I was playing as a mage, and you really need all your abilities as a mage to survive. But I was getting murdered.
Sure.
I was getting killed over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, and this seems like a cool way to like slowly give you those abilities one by one and teach you how to use them.
Yeah.
I really like this whole zone because you're like, it's just so weird. Like you're walking around like with heroes of the Horde and the Alliance, and like I don't know, it's just such a weird thing.
Have you on your other character run into a lot of nooberts who just started playing the game, boosted up to 90, and are just ruining the fun for the rest of us?
I haven't yet, but I also haven't been doing a lot of like dungeons yet. I've only done 1 or 2. I will say the dungeons that I've done are excellent.
That is not something that I'm honestly concerned about, but I can understand. I mean,
I do know.
I haven't played a mage since launch, and now that's what I'm playing with this boosted character. And
mage is
it's going to take me
it's the best class.
To figure out how to do it.
Welcome to the right way. One thing I will say is I did hear that when the level 90 boost first came out, that a lot of people were getting into groups, and then the first thing people would ask are like, all right, which one of you, like, how many of you are just boosted?
Yeah, I could totally see that being I don't know if you see somebody wearing one of the boosted armor gear set items, being like, oh, red flag.
Yeah. One cool thing, so I'm burning down huts here, which is a little weird. We just kind of came into where these guys live, and now are burning down their homes. I don't know how to feel about that.
What's been your favorite expansion so far?
Of all the expansions?
Yeah.
My favorite's Wrath of the Lich King.
Okay.
And I think it's because that's when I got really into raiding. But also, I just think all around, that was their first really huge step forward in questing. It just, I think they did a lot of things right with Wrath of the Lich King that they're still trying to kind of catch up on.
Yeah, I think it's what's weird is that this is a very Blizzard thing. Is that it's hard for me to break down what my favorite expansion is, because my favorite changes to World of Warcraft have come in the form of the free updates. Same thing with Diablo 3 and the Loot 2.0 system. Like, that was a free update. They changed their game so drastically without you having to really pay for it. Are you going to kill this guy, or... Okay.
Thinking about it. Why don't we hop over? Why don't we hop over and check out my main?
Yeah. I'm going to scrutinize all your gear, but...
Oh, yeah. I mean, I want you to tell me how bad I am. Are you still using, at this point, have you replaced most of the stuff that they gave you for starting level 90 gear?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
easily,
good.
Yeah.
I did hear that if you come in with, like, raid level stuff from the past expansion, you don't replace it quite as quickly, which is a change from previous expansions.
Yeah, I know. I remember getting, like, my first drop in Wrath of the Lich King and having it be, like, God, like 100 item level points.
Look at that, yeah.
Look at that, cool.
I like this sword a lot. I like my Shao Kahn helmet.
Yeah.
I like my little weird shoulder. What even is? I don't know. Anyways, let's enter.
Some sort of big worm.
It looks like a worm, right? I'm not crazy
to
say that.
What's your spec on this guy?
I'm currently running as fire.
Oh, it's so great. I'm loving that shit.
Yeah, fire's always been my favorite. But for a long time, it wasn't very good, so I had switched back and forth between Arcane and Frost.
But this NBA Jam style combo meter that you have to rely on doing fire is really, really sick.
Yeah. So we are actually in my garrison over here in Frostfire. This is a level 2 garrison. So you level up your garrison. You level up each individual building in your garrison, and let me see if this is...
Quick question: How do you move your garrison? Because I sort of plot mine down in the first place that I found it. Do you eventually get an opportunity to decide actually where it exists in the world?
Nope. It's Frostfire.
No, for me it's a different place.
Wait, what?
Yeah, dog.
No.
Yes.
It's not this zone?
No, dog. It is a different zone.
Wait, are you Alliance?
Yes.
Oh, that's why. It's Shadow Moon Valley for Alliance.
Okay.
That's totally it. But it is always that zone. But then as you progress through the other zones, so like I'm over here, I've been going through Gorgrond, I've got my own separate base over here. That's like smaller. You just decide 1 or 2 buildings, but they give you bonuses within that specific zone.
Interesting. Okay.
So they definitely like play with it elsewhere. You can see here, this is the architect where you decide which buildings. What's really interesting about the barracks is, the garrison, is that you only have so many spaces. Even at level 3, which is the biggest that your garrison gets, you only have room for a certain number of large buildings and a certain number of medium and small buildings. So you have to make choices about which stuff you're going to build. So in my case, there's only room for 1 medium building and 1 large building in my current garrison. So for a medium building, I had to decide between trading post, barn, tavern, gladiator sanctum, and a lumber mill. I chose the trading post because it gives me access to a bank. So I can just access my bank at any time without having to go to the capital city or anything.
That reputation gain is going to be pretty handy, I imagine, later on. Also,
yeah, that seems like it will be helpful, and I believe at some point the trading post also gives you access to the auction house.
Yes.
From your garrison, which is pretty fantastic. I've got this Alchemy Lab here.
Is that one of your professions?
Yeah, alchemy is one of my professions. Although there's weird stuff like I have a mine, which this is in all garrisons, I think. Once you upgrade them to a certain level, but I can mine resources out of there, even though mining is not one of my professions.
Weird.
Which is kind of interesting. So they're giving everybody access to a certain amount of those materials. And then I've got a barracks, which gives you better missions. The mission system is my favorite thing. So
it's so addicting.
You get followers as you progress. The idea is you're building this garrison, you're building your own army, and you get people who say, "I want to be part of your army." So I've actually got completed missions. Let's take a look. Let's see what happened.
Oh, wow. Oh, 55%, no way.
Ravenous Iron Chewer defeated Lokra and Kaz the Shrieker, so I don't get my reward. They do get a little bit of experience, so that's okay.
89, I like your odds there. There you go.
There we go. Ulna Thresher defeated that Iron Shredder, and I get some extra cash out of that. Oh, that's
No way.
a bad...
Come on, what are you doing? You're wasting
I think
your
I was
time.
just trying to level that person up. Oh, hey, and I got an achievement there. That's good. What do I get for this mission? Get some garrison resources. These are what you're going to be using to build and level up your buildings. And then later on, you can actually, once you have stuff where you have everything you need, you can actually trade in your garrison resources for just cold hard cash.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, that was a big one.
Oh, more experience too. Lots of level ups. I like that.
Can you talk a little bit about where you get those followers? Because I'm not sure I totally understand the system. I know you get some of them through quests in the expansion, but I think some of them are based on like actual achievements that you may have already earned.
As far as I can tell, you just get them from questing. They can be rewards in missions.
If you go to followers, though, if you click on followers, and it'll show you a list of all the followers that you have and have it unlocked. There's stuff like Leroy Jenkins is in there.
Yeah,
I think he's in the purples. Yeah, there he is.
I believe.
Yeah, see, I think if you have that achievement.
No, so I have that achievement. I don't think it's from the achievement. I think it's straight up just. I think you find him and can do a quest to get him to join you. It actually says Dungeon Upper Blackrock Spire. They redid Upper Blackrock Spire as a level 90 and I think now level 100 dungeon. So I think it's actually in that dungeon you get that quest. And yeah, it looks like this is Blood Maul Slag Mines Heroic. So if you do that dungeon on Heroic, you can get Crowman. Crowman the Barbarian. It's interesting.
It's an interesting system. I like the idea of counters. Each one has like a special skill that they can use to sort of help out, like boost the odds of success in a certain mission.
Yeah, so you see here, like, we were going to fight Grondo, who has the ability to do Massive Strike, an ability that deals massive damage. Kala here has Evasion, which counters Massive Strike. So that's going to increase our chances a lot more. He also has danger zones, which Lokra has Ghost Wilf, which allows him to avoid danger zones. So
that's going to be pretty close to Surefire.
Yeah, and we'll throw this level 91 in just to get them leveled up, hopefully. 100%.
So, and their level also helps boost the chance of success.
Yeah, absolutely. As does, and there can be other stuff as well. So let's throw this guy. It's a little bit low. Oh, I guess I get 3 followers. I wasn't paying that much attention. Let me see if I can find one with other stuff. Oh yeah, so like this, I don't have anybody currently available that counters Massive Strike, but I do have these people who have Burst of Power, which increases success on missions with a duration shorter than 7 hours. This mission is only 1 hour, so either of these people have that bonus.
Pretty good, yeah.
You can also get stuff like there are people who like specifically strong against ogres. There's one Penny Clobberbottom, my goblin here, actually has Death Fascination. Increases success chance when on a mission with an undead. So
that's cool.
If I team her up with Ulna, she's going to do better.
That's a cool system.
It's a really cool, like, there's a lot of weird variations and different things that you can do. And as you can see, there are a lot of followers, so it seems like there's a lot you can do to build on it as well.
Some of them I know you can also purchase if you have like the correct reputation with certain factions.
Sure, that makes sense.
It's fresh. I like this system a lot, but like I haven't done a lot of in-game stuff. I haven't done a lot of reputation grinding in like the past expansions of the core game. So I feel like it may take me longer to build up an army of followers.
I think a lot of it though is like I think it's mostly tied, and I could be wrong here, but I think a lot of it.
No, it is mostly tied to that. A lot of the followers you get through quest chains in the World of Draenor or Warlords of Draenor.
What I was gonna say is I think even like the ones for achievements or the ones for rep are tied to stuff in Warlords of Draenor. I don't think it's old stuff because they are doing a really big, like one of their big focuses with Draenor is making it so that you don't need to worry about going back into past content anymore. So let me grab here's your Garrison Cache. This just fills up with resources for you throughout the day. So you just instantly get like, I don't know, 200 resources over 24 hours or something. But like as an example of that, your professions. So for example, I do herb gathering and alchemy. As you can see, I've not really kept up with them.
No.
But when you get into Draenor, they basically tell you like, okay, we're gonna let you do herb gathering for Draenor herbs, even though you're not caught up. And it's gonna let you catch up at your own pace. And instead of getting, let me go over to my bank here, and I can show. Instead of getting the full herbs, I'm going to get, like, what they call, well, I guess they're different things depending on the herb, but for example, Talador Orchid. Instead of getting orchids, I get petals, and if I get 10 of those petals, I can combine them for a single orchid.
Okay.
So I'm getting...
So you're getting the experience, but not necessarily the resources.
I'm getting less resources than I would if I was leveled up, but it gives me the ability to skill up without having to go back into the old world and find old herbs and just, grind through levels that way.
Yeah.
You also get... So the Alchemy Lab, I can do work orders, which, basically is going to give me what I just picked up, those catalysts. And these catalysts are used to create better high-level potions.
Interesting.
So the whole, like, the crafting system and the gathering systems, they're welcoming to anyone, even if you're not caught up from previous expansions. And they're really, really deeper than they ever have been before, I feel like.
Is there enough stuff to do in your garrison that you could ostensibly just, like, kick it here and only do... the quests that generate from here, or do you pretty much have to go out into the world? You
have to go out, but what I will say is that they've done a good job of making it so that I want to go back to my garrison, so that every day, I want to go back and log out in my garrison, because I know the first thing I'm going to want to do when I log in is check out how my followers have done, You know, go over to the mine here and mine some random stuff. Pick up whatever is available in my cache, all that stuff. They've made it so that it really feels like it's a destination you want to be a part of. I think as you get higher level and stuff too, you're also able to decorate your garrison more. There's specific decorations that you can win as part of raids. There are special ways that you can like deck out your garrison to be themed a certain way. So I feel like they're really getting in that level of customization that makes it feel like a place you want to be a part of.
I also I appreciate how you have an exclusive Hearthstone just for your garrison.
Yeah, so you get when you create your garrison, you get your Garrison Hearthstone, which is on a separate timer from your regular Hearthstone. So again, you can set your regular Hearthstone somewhere else. And is this a traitor? Oh, she won't let me do anything with her though. That's too bad.
It's a shame. You should talk to her and try and get a mount that's not a complete joke.
Listen, I have all of these mounts. I have a lot of mounts.
And you're still riding that old...
I've got everything set.
Whip.
I did a summon random favorite mount, which is one of my favorite things now.
Oh, that's great. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, so I just have all my mounts set to favorite, and it just summons a random one. Here's the Dread Raven. This is what you get for getting the special edition of Warlords of Draenor.
Can we talk about the fact that there's no flying in Draenor?
No flying yet. I believe they're going to add it with one of the updates. But
does that seem, though, like for not having it at launch, more of a conscious decision of, hey, appreciate all this nice shit that we
yeah, I think that's absolutely it. I'm going to fly over here so we can just look at some of the area. No, I think it's absolutely that. I think they want people sticking to the ground, even once they're at level 100, sticking to the ground and exploring for a while and taking the time to enjoy it. And, you know, as they add more stuff with content patches, I think they're going to be more open to like, okay, we'll add flying so you can get around more quickly and do whatever you want now. But for now, it's more about just take the time and explore everything. One interesting part, too, they've got the city of Ashram, or the zone of Ashram. This is where the capital city is in this expansion. It is also the PvP zone.
Wait, what?
It's a PvP zone. So
So nobody's ever going to use it for business?
Probably not. I'm not planning to. But it's, you know, it's there if you want. It's set up really cool as well. Like, there's a lot of, like, there's still a lot of construction going on, so you get the sense that they might expand it, you know, as they release content patches and everything. But yeah, this is Warlords of Draenor. I've got to say, I'm really impressed so far. I think this is some of the best World of Warcraft content they've done in a while, and I was fully prepared. You know, I wasn't drawn into Mists of Pandaria, the last expansion. I was fully prepared to get into this and just be like, it's WoW, whatever. But I think they've done a really good job of making really smart choices that make me want to play World of Warcraft again.
Yeah, I think it's sort of built for maybe players like me who are a bit lapsed, who like, you know, the length of time that I've been spending on each expansion I've been you know, seeing diminishing returns there every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it seems like they have sort of built this from the ground up to counter that. You're not going to try and fight that thing, are you?
I'm going to watch these two fight.
Oh yeah.
Just
get in there. What are you afraid of?
You think I should?
Just poly one of them, and then pyroblast the other, and that's the end of the fight.
All right. Well,
you'll definitely hit one.
One thing I can do is I can summon in this.
Whoa!
This thing. So each zone you get like a special ability, and in this one, my special ability is your special ability is actually based on what special buildings you build in that zone.
Right.
But I chose to build one that gives me this thing. So I can use it to cut down trees, or I can just try fighting this guy with it.
It's going pretty goddamn well, I think.
I think I'm gonna... Yeah, I think he's almost... I only have 30 more seconds.
I wonder what kind of loot he's got.
Well, maybe I can take out... What's his name? Tog the Earthrender? Maybe I can take him out.
Yeah, this video might be about to be like a different kind of video. Maybe like a walk through, a special secret guide.
This is how the pros do it. You press 1 to hit your saw blade. You do that over and over, and then when it's ready, you press 2 and you hit your flamethrower. All right, let's. Well, now I'm on the ground, so I'm just gonna slice at him.
Oh, this is definitely going to go great.
I'm just gonna slice at him. I think I got this.
This has been pro WoW tactics with Griffin and Phil.
Should I? They're not even paying attention to me, guys. I'm down here.
It's just because you're just not doing very much damage to them, I think.
It's just because I'm. It's not a big. It's just because you're minuscule and unimportant.
You're just a gnat right now. Like they are embroiled.
I feel like
throwing out some chunky pyroblasts though.
Ula. Yeah. Oh man. So one of the things, you don't get a lot of new skills in this expansion. Like you don't get a lot of actual new spells, but you get a lot of passive abilities as you level up that make your current spells way more powerful, like hilariously more powerful. So as an example, as a fire mage, the most important thing is getting criticals. Because when you get criticals, you can if you get 2 criticals in a row,
super strong pyroblast.
Yeah, if you do get 2 criticals in a row, you get a pyroblast that doesn't have a cast time, which is crazy. Pyroblast is your strongest spell, and it usually has a really long cast time. I think I'm about to die.
No way, bro, you got this.
The nice thing is I'm not even gonna die to like them doing anything. It's just that is this guy gonna help me? This level 100 hunter just came to watch me die, and then he ran off.
It's okay, your cauterize popped, and you're gonna live forever now.
Is that how cauterize work? Oh.
Nope.
Well, let's... Hold on, I'm going to show this one skill, and then we can end the video.
And then you're gonna try again. Because what happens when we fall down, Master Bruce?
Enhanced Pyrotechnics. This is what I got at level 92. It basically makes it, each time you cast a spell, one of your main spells, Fireball or Frost Firebolt, and don't get a critical... It gets a stacking 5% chance at increasing, or at 5% increased chance to get a critical next time.
That's insane.
So it's just ensuring further that like you're going to have more and more critical hits that are going to allow you to do more and more pyroblasts.
Yeah, that's gonna go down real smooth.
All right, I got
where you left off, huh?
This is Warlords of Draenor. One day I'm gonna take down Tog the Earthrender, and it's gonna be sweet. I can't wait.
Phil. Nerf Phil. Too strong.